Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. My goodness, the hottest Turo markets are absolutely exploding right now, and it's just insanity. And we've been literally discussing this on a daily basis in my private community, which is available to you at Powerhost.club. I have seen such an influx of hosts and renters coming in from major cities like Orlando, Miami, places in Hawaii like Maui and Kauai, and even Alaska. So why is there such a boom going on in these areas? And if you're from one of these areas, definitely comment below and let us know what the landscape looks like. And on your way to that comment section, make sure you smash that like button. Okay, so it definitely makes sense that people are congregating in these areas, whether it's new renters or new hosts, because people are flocking to these beach cities, these beach destinations for the warm weather and all the vacation vibes they can possibly get. So it's definitely driving a huge surge in new renters and new hosts. But with all of that, there's definitely a lot of things that I'm seeing go wrong, and it's creating bad experiences both for new renters and for new hosts. So in this video, if you are a new renter that's getting ready to rent on the Turo platform in the next couple months, I'm going to share with you the best practices to ensure that you have a smooth and flawless trip when renting on Turo. And if you're a new host on the platform, I'm going to go over the top 3 things that you should be focusing on so that you're super successful on this platform. All right, new renters. So we all know that there is a car rental shortage, and car rental lines at your traditional companies are out the door, and you don't want to go through that hassle. So you choose to go through a platform like Turo, where you can do things like get curbside delivery, get the vehicle delivered to your location, your hotel, wherever it is that you're vacationing, and it's just going to make your life a whole lot easier. But things can go wrong, so I'm going to share with you the 3 C's of making sure that you have a great experience. Now, there are a lot of new hosts on the platform, and they're still trying to get their feet wet and kind of get the lay of the land. So you want to make sure that you as the renter actually vet out the host that you are renting from so that you can have a nice time on your vacation. So let's start off with the first C, which is communication. You've picked the car that you've liked and you've gone ahead and booked it through Turo. You want to make sure that you reach out to the host and you get some form of communication going between you and the host. A good sign is that you get communication right away from the host that you've booked from, and that they've sort of greeted you and thanked you for the reservation that you booked with them. The next thing that you want to do is clarify. So if you booked a vehicle to be delivered at the airport or at your hotel, you want to make sure that you do discuss the details with your host. Let them know exactly which airport you're going to be flying into, what your airlines is, or what hotel you're staying at, because sometimes a host may have incorrect settings and may not be aware that they need to deliver the vehicle or whatever the meeting point is for you guys to exchange that vehicle. So you really want to make sure that you take a moment and you clarify the details of your trip so that there are no last minute surprises. And finally, before your trip starts, I would advise at least 6 to 12 hours in advance, reach out to your host one more time and just confirm your pickup time, your pickup date, and your pickup location so everybody's on the same page and the host is in fact prepared for your trip, that the vehicle's washed and clean and ready to go so that you have an amazing vacation wherever it is that you're headed. And so those are the things that I would definitely highly recommend. Now, let's say you book with a host and they're not communicating back with you and you're not getting any real clarification or confirmation about your booking. These are clear signs that you may want to think about canceling that reservation and booking with another host, because it is possible that the person you booked from may be new to the platform and maybe they're not quite ready to rent that vehicle out just yet. So you want to make sure that you check all of these things off your list and ensure that you have a great, seamless seamless trip. Now, if you're a renter renting on Turo for the first time, it's a super cool experience, and maybe you're thinking about listing the car that you have at home on the Turo platform. If you want to learn about how Turo works, head on over to my site at Powerhost.club, where I have a full 12-hour plus course on exactly how to run Turo and be really successful at it. So good luck with your trip, and I wish you all the best, and I hope you have an amazing experience. Okay, host friends that are new to the platform, it's super exciting, and I think that you're going to have an incredible journey if you can really follow these steps in being a new host and really setting the expectations for your guests. Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to the type of experience you want to provide for your guests and the type of experience they end up having with one of your vehicles. So when you're a new host, you really want to prove yourself on the platform by developing 3 parts to your profile, right? And these 3 parts are super important. The first is your ratings as a host. Every time a guest books a trip with you, at the end of the trip, they get to choose what they want to rate you out of 5 stars. And of course, you want to make sure that it's a home run every time and that you get those 5 stars each and every time. But what's even more important than that is the actual written review that they leave you as a host. Now, one thing to remember about reviews is that it is a selling point for your future guests. So every review that a renter leaves you, it's like planting a seed for a future sale. So these are very important and something that you really, really, really want to focus on. So reviews is the second R that you want to focus on, and you want to make sure that at the end of every trip, you follow up with your renter and ask them to leave you a review about your experience. And that is going to ensure that you have good ratings, good reviews by providing a great experience. Now, the final thing that you want to focus on that is really going to get you some credibility on the platform is your response time. Your response time is how long it takes you to get back to a guest who has just booked your car, how long it takes you to communicate with them, and that is something that is actually transparent and visible to the renter who is booking from you. So you want to make sure that you really keep that response time down and that you're getting back to people in a timely manner. Now, for me personally, I really aim to be in probably the 1 to 4 minute mark. That's where I like to maintain my response time, because I think that that really shows people that, hey, I'm booking from somebody who has great communication skills, and should anything happen, I can reach out to them anytime and I know that they're going to get back to me. That type of experience is really, really important, especially for new renters on the platform who are not familiar with the Turo process. So you want to give them that comfort level and let them know that, hey, when they book from you, they have open lines of communication and they sort of have that instant gratification in knowing that they will hear back from you and that you will take care of anything that may happen. So you really want to focus on the 3 things. Once again, that's your ratings, your reviews, and your response times, and that is going to make for a phenomenal foundation for your Turo profile, which is going to really ensure success for you in the long term, in the long run, as you continue to grow your fleet of cars on Turo. Now, right now, this is really the time to execute and provide an amazing experience for your guests and to build out that profile, right? These markets are insane. There's an influx of people coming in, especially new hosts coming to the platform. And one of my favorite lines out there is from Warren Buffett, who says, "Be fearful when others are greedy." So while others may be rushing to add 10, 15, 20 cars to the platform and their quality of service and experience continues to drop because it's more than they can handle, you should instead pace yourself and go about it with a lot of patience and go about it with the thought being at the forefront of your mind that it's all about the guest experience and what that experience was like for the renter and how that reflects in your reviews and your ratings. And as you build that profile, then you can go with a more confident position in adding more cars. So these markets, Miami, my host friends in Orlando, Maui, Kauai, you guys are doing a phenomenal job by stepping up and fulfilling this demand that is out there. So these are the things, if I could share my experience with you guys, that I would definitely advise that you pay attention to and you really put your focus on before you think about expanding your fleet. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. And if you did, be sure to hit that like button. Thank you so much for tuning in. I would love for you to join my community. Check it out at Powerhost.club. And I wish you guys all the best in your Turo journey. And I hope that you guys are all taking advantage of this incredible time that we're in with these booming Turo markets. Take care, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for tuning in.